Hello, welcome to episode 2. Today we're looking at whether or not Harley-Davidson will be replacing the Sportster, and if so, will that be a Milwaukee-Eight engine or a Revolution Max engine. Later we'll be looking at readers' letters and I'll be able to explain some of the changes I'm making to the channel. I had to change this t-shirt, because Anna said I looked like a vagabond. A jolly good morning to you all, and another warm welcome to my titchy tiny YouTube channel. There have been many opinions expressed since my last Sportster video. Some of them I can even mention in mixed company. I'll put all the relevant links in the description section below. In my previous video I offered what I think is a well-researched opinion about whether or not Harley-Davidson are in the throes of producing a brand new Sportster, and that I believe Harley are nearing the end of that particular development road. In researching this video, I ran several online polls, so had to sully myself on Facebook, which I hate. The results, though, were very interesting. In the Harley Riders Club GB group, I asked if the Sportster was even still relevant in the modern world. 40 people voted yes, and 2 people voted no. A clear-cut result from the Harley Riders group. In the Sportster Sickness group, I asked about the preferred engine sizes of any potential new Sportster. 32 voted for 883 and 1200cc, and 1 person voted for 883 and over 1300cc. Another clear-cut result showing that continuity is much preferred by the Sportster Sickness group. In the Harley-Davidson Sportster Owners group, 17 voted against the 883cc engine specifically and for 1300cc and over. 7 voted for the 883 and 1200cc combination. This shows most in the Sportster Owners group wanted a much larger engine, though a significant minority also wanted the continuity of the existing engine sizes. In the Excellent XL forums, which encompasses the widest amount of sports information available in the known universe, I also asked about engine sizes. The results were inconclusive, though at least 2 people said that a single 1000cc engine would suffice. In the wonderful Harley-Davidson forums, which contain some of the nicest Harley riders in the known universe, opinion was evenly split between the Sportster is dead and the Sportster will be the new Revolution Max Custom. But Ludwig von Buzzthoven, I kid you not, said, "My dealer and I both think they're going to make some sort of smaller cruiser with the Revolution motor and kill the Sportster name. Oh my!" Public opinion, therefore, is just as varied as you'd imagine it to be. But what of Harley-Davidson themselves? Well, without dredging up all the research from the last video, we'll take it as read that Harley-Davidson are working on a new Sportster, or at least a replacement for the Sportster. For instance, on the 28th of February 2020, Jochen Zeitz took over from Matthew Levertich as Harley-Davidson President and Chief Executive Officer. Then, on the 28th of April, Mr. Zeitz announced a path to a new strategic plan called the Rewire. This sought to narrow the focus of the company, reduce complexity and increase efficiency. By July, Mr. Zeitz said he was very pleased with the company's accomplishments and that they had made significant progress with the Rewire. He further revealed the Rewire to be the beginning of a 5-year plan which would see the Harley model lineup reduced by 30%. On the 12th of January 2021, Mr. Zeitz declared the Rewire to have been successfully completed and that the new 5-year plan would be called the Hardwire. Now, at the very beginning of the Hardwire, we're starting to see some of the positive results that Mr. Zeitz assured us of just over a year ago. Specifically, we've seen the fabled Harley-Davidson product launch moved from the traditional autumn slot to the new year. More substantively, we've also seen the much heralded launch of the new Pan America, which, at the time of writing, is receiving rave reviews all around the world. The key element for us in this is the new Revolution Max engine. It was first announced as part of More Roads to Harley-Davidson's strategy, and the engine, even back in 2018, was envisaged to be a modular design. That is, the same motor would be used in many different models, thus reducing manufacturing and development costs. One of those models was the Pan America, officially released on the 22nd of February, but another is what Harley calls the High Performance Custom or Future Custom model. Tom from 1903 Productions was eagle-eyed enough to post a tantalisingly short but very interesting message from the Harley-Davidson Facebook page. He kindly furnished me with the details of the posting from the 20th of January, in which, following the Pan America, Harley promised to reveal another exciting model that will use the new engine. On the 18th of March, legendary British motorcycling newspaper Motorcycle News published an article saying that the Custom would quickly follow the Pan America, and that just weeks after the Pan America, Harley-Davidson have confirmed that the 1250 Custom will be arriving very soon. So it seems that the new Custom model from Harley-Davidson will be revealed very shortly indeed, perhaps by the end of this month. Since the first mention of the Revolution Max and the Pan America, many postulated that this combination of liquid-cooled Revolution Max engine and new frame would simply be the new Sportster. Just 4 days after the MCN article, on March the 22nd, the Harley-Davidson forums strongly linked the new Custom to the Sportster, suggesting that the Custom 1250 hinted at what might be Harley's next Sportster avatar. This generated a reaction of horror from many Sportster fans on the forum, especially me. I don't want a high-revving wide V fully liquid-cooled engine in my Sportster. But am I panicking? No, because even since my last Sportster video, I've lost no confidence that Harley-Davidson are producing a new Sportster and that it will not be a Revolution Max motorbike. Rather, I still confidently believe it will be a new Milwaukee-Eight bike, engine and frame. The engine itself was first revealed in 2019 and further detailed in a variable valve technology patent last year. Harley-Davidson also confirmed directly to MotoStation that a new Sportster model would be released this year, and a new Milwaukee-Eight engine would inevitably require a new chassis. And anyway, all this was in my last video. Therefore, if Harley-Davidson can spend years and no doubt millions of pounds and dollars and euros developing another Milwaukee-Eight engine, and they have, I don't believe it will be abandoned at such a late stage. The Sportster remains a Harley-Davidson international superseller, and as early as April last year, Mr. Zeitz stressed a commitment to Harley's best-selling iconic motorcycles. Despite the demise of the much-loved Evolution platform, the Sportster, like mine, is still both best-selling and utterly iconic. So as I said when closing the last video, the new Sportster is coming, and it will be a Milwaukee-Eight bike. Welcome once again to our little readers' letters bit. In fact, readers' letters will be quite little this time because it's only been a couple of weeks since the last one. Which brings us to the first point, change. In the last letters section, I confidently predicted another video release on the 24th of April specifically. Well, if you're watching this on the day I published it, you'll note it's quite clearly the 12th of April. So what's going on? After the last video, Scrum said that at nearly half an hour, it was too long. This is useful information indeed, so thanks again, Scrum. I searched to find out what the preferred video length is, and fortunately, Social Media Examiner came to my rescue saying, videos from 7 to 15 minutes tend to perform best. Therefore, the answer is to cut the videos into 2 15-minute videos. But it occurred to me that putting out 2 videos at once would be counterintuitive. Why not spread the load? So here's the new plan. I will continue to release a video on the last Saturday of each month as promised. This will be the 24th of this month, April. But from now on, I'll also publish a video on the 12th of each month. I'll divide the original long format 4-section video into a pair of videos with 2 sections each. On the 12th of each month will be the focus video looking at the Harley-Davidson Sportster. This will continue to look at and to hunt for the potential new Sportster, which I continue to believe will be a Milwaukee-Eight design, not a Revolution Max, and certainly not the soon-to-be released Custom. The Sportster then will be the first section. The second will continue to be readers' letters, where I can answer questions and, like today, explain changes. This will be on the 12th of each month. Okay? Good enough. On the last Saturday of each month, I'll release the other two sections, my bike and me, together with other people and their bikes. This month, that will be the 24th, as I say, when I have two very interesting bikes to look at, but I don't yet know how it'll all pan out because we're still in lockdown in the UK and schedules have to be synchronised. So I'm not going to say any more about that today. All you have to do is remember the 12th and the last Saturday. Simples. I'll also publish additional video logs which I'll put in a playlist called Harley-Davidson Sportster on the road. The first one is already up and covers my ride over Dartmoor. These will be as and when releases, as the subtitle Captain's Log Supplemental explains. You can never have too many Star Trek quotes. You may be wondering why I chose the 12th of each month. Well, in Britain we have a tradition called the Glorious 12th. You can look it up. But for us, the 12th will be glorious from now on because we're going to watch videos all about Sportsters and especially about Milwaukee-Eight Sportsters. At least potentially, anyway. This week I was returning from a wonderful 350-mile trip to Tamworth and back, and I stopped for petrol. I'd filled up and this guy comes running out to me and he says, "Are you Chris?" I am in fact Chris, but I was shocked that a stranger recognised me and guessed my name correctly. It turned out it was Roy, and he'd been answering some of my posts on the Facebook groups. He came up to me and said he recognised me from the internet. I was bowled over. Nothing like that's ever happened to me before. What a crazy world we live in nowadays. Anyway, turns out Roy's a lovely fella, and I just wanted to say hi and thanks mate for coming up to see me the other day. It was nice to meet you. So, people of the interweb, from now on remember that you are in the virtual presence of a superstar. Repeat to yourselves, we are not worthy, we are not worthy. Though of course you are worthy to subscribe to my channel and to like my videos, especially on Instagram and WhatsApp, because I've no idea how they work. And you're worthy to like my videos too. Anyway, thanks again to Roy. It was nice to meet you, mate. And remember everyone, the 12th is glorious. And the last Saturday of the month is splendid too. Cheerio.